Hello everyone, this is Crossfire Kitty, and this is the game. Right, 35 millimeters. There are three endings for this game. So in this video, I will go ahead and get the bad ending. I've played this game about 7 times in a row, making maps and such, so I know everything is in general. There's probably some things I forgot, but I got enough to get the endings, so that's all that matters. You know, you don't have to get everything unless it has to do with the trophy. So that's 2 foods and a battery. And we're going to go forward to get to the cutscene. So what I'm going to do real quick, you don't really have to do this, but I just want to make sure I have enough health. I'm just going to run over here to this house to the right of their pathway, and I'm not going to read any letters or notes. I'm just going to grab the first aid kit, and I guess I'll get the compass, but I don't think that really matters that much because I never even once use the compass when I'm in the game, but it's there if you want it. Just going to grab this first aid kit, not read the note, and get the compass just because I'm used to it. And then we're gonna just make our way through the door, make our way back to the path we were at, and just basically go up to the main road. I'm gonna not really try to get any of the trophies because I want to put those all for the either medium playthrough, which is the medium semi-good ending, or the all the way good ending. I guess the most difficult one, if you want to call it that, would be the medium one because you have to get a certain amount of things, but not too much. So I did write down everything I picked up or didn't pick up with check marks. I checked the ones I did pick up and wrote down the ones I didn't, just so I can keep that in mind when I do the medium playthrough. So the only problem with this game is the guy behind me is so slow. So I'm just going to speed up the video until we get up to the main road, which will be basically just following the pathway and reaching the road. Okay, so that is the main road right there. All right, so I'm going to go and look in the car real quick and get a bottle of water, which will be food. Oops. And we won't look at the picture. We'll just move on. And as usual, I will speed this up because the guy behind me takes forever. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use my knife to open this up and get some food. There's a can of food right here. And there's one here, but most of the time you can't pick it up. I feel like I did pick it up one time, but yeah. So now the bear is going to come after us, and we just have to run to the barn and mash the X button on the PlayStation, in case this is on any other systems. And all the prompts that have an X prompt, you have to mash the button for them to work. You can't just push it once or twice. You have to punch it a bunch of times, which the game does not really tell you. So in this place, we're in the hospital. We're just going to go into the hallway and just go down the hallway. And we're not even going to get anything because there's not going to be any trophies, hopefully, in this video, except for, you know, the one for getting to the end and having a bad ending. Because I figure this way you can get through it as quickly as possible. And if you've already done the other endings, then you probably don't need to get any of the trophies. Okay, so now he's going to tell us after his long conversation that we need to get some water because we are thirsty. So there's a couple of places you can get a water bucket. It's random, but there's 3 different places that you can get it. I'm going to look in the back first to see if it might be there. If it's not there, then I'll look in the next place, which is a place with a lighter. If it's not there, I'll look in the last place, which will be a little brick house. And we're not going to get any trophies in this area. We're just going to get the bucket and come back with the water and move on to the next section. So sometimes the bucket's here. It is here, so we don't have to worry about that. And since that's there, we'll just go and get the water. All you have to do is go back to the front of the house and go down the street. There's a well. So yeah, we'll just go down here. There's several trophies you can get in this area, but say I'm just going for the bad ending, which will be the fastest one. And that way we won't have to worry about messing our karma up by getting some of the trophies, because there's some trophies that actually make your karma go up. And I'd rather do all that in one playthrough. So we're just going to go to the end of the road. Here is the well. Just have to open it. Put it there. Now, if there's no bucket when you go there, I'll go quickly and show where the other 2 would be, since it's on the way back anyway. At least where I found them. I found them in 2 other places. So if there was no bucket where we just were, another place that it could be would be in here. In fact, you can see there's a bucket right there. We can't pick it up, but it's this little brick house. And if there wasn't one there, which I actually had happened to me before, I did not realize the other place that it could be. The third house from the barn, this one, the third house, I believe it's this one. You go in here on this side. Yes. This is where the lighter is, but I'm not going to get it. Yeah, you can listen to some music though. The lighter is here and the bucket can be here in the fireplace. I've also found it there. So it's not there at the moment because, yeah, but you can find it there, or you can find it in this house, maybe somewhere else in a different room, but that's where I found it was there. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back and go the wrong way. There we go. I'm going to go back to the main road and I'm giving the bucket water. I might go by the last house on the left just to see if they have a health kit, because sometimes they do. But for now, I'm going to do this. Give you the fire or the water and sit down. And then we'll be sleeping until the next day and we can move on. Oh, actually, that's in the next area of the street, so that's not in this street. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next area. And we're going to get an axe because we need to get some gasoline. And the gasoline can be in one of two places. If you want to, you can get some batteries. There's a house by the church that has batteries. which is usually there. So you see the church, more foggy than I remember. The church is there. And we come back here, this house to the left over here. Yes, over here. We'll have some batteries in it. That door doesn't open. So I might as well get those real quick. And they should be on this table. There you go. Yep, I'm just going all over the place. All right, now we'll move on down the street. Hopefully I'm going the right... Oh my gosh. Okay. And there was a wagon there? Oh. That's interesting. I never knew there was a wagon there. Okay. Anyway, we're back on the main road. I don't know that it's a time-sensitive thing for you to get everything. I think it just depends on how many items you get. I don't think it has a necessarily be a certain time. It doesn't say do it under a certain time limit or anything. We'll come over here to this house that's sideways, or you can see the side of it, and go to the back. And we'll get the axe inside. And we're not going to do anything else here. Let's see, that is that one. Yes. It always starts raining at that point. So what we're going to do is go to the side and get to the house that's right beside us, to the right of this house. If you're looking towards the road. And this house, we're going to break down the door with our axe. And we'll see if the fuel's in here. If it's not, we'll go to the other place. But we can at least get some batteries and food. That's random. Sometimes there's food, sometimes there's no food. There is no gas. It would be here. So we'll go to the other place. So we'll go out to the main road or pathway. And we'll go down the street to the end. Yeah. So we're going to go to this one and break down the door and get the fuel. It has all the wood in front of it. And things in the back, I think. Or the side. Oh, that's right. I always forget it's on this side. We're going to break down this door. I always forget it's on this side. The fuel should be in here. I say because there's only two places that usually have it. And that's on the floor. And, oh, they have about food. Okay, I think that's all we need here. Okay. And then we'll go back to the main road. That house there sometimes has a health kit, so I'll check real quick. Let's see. I think that's in the back room. I say it's random. There's a note there, but we'll get that later. Sometime. Oh, right there. So there's a health kit. All right, got it. Now we can go. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So now we can leave. We got the fuel. We got some 2 health, 7 foods. So we can leave now. And I don't know where my companion is. He's probably back there. There he is. All right. He'll actually tell you to go to that one house for the axe. So that's why he was going there. If you don't know where to go, he was like, this house looks interesting. Let's go here. And we're going to get on this little train thing and make our way forward. And he said someone stole the gasoline. Luckily, I have the gasoline, so we can go now. Yep, let's go. Let's go. So we're just going to move forward on the tracks, and so I'll probably speed up a lot of these things whenever they take a long time, because it's not like you can get off the track. The main thing is just go forward and change the tracks when you get to the track changer. Don't look at anything that needs taking pictures. Just keep going forward till the end.
Конечно, Петрович. Поезд дальше не идет. Просьба освободить вагоны.
All right, so I'm going to come over here and get a crowbar. And any items such as health. There you go. And I'll leave the letter for next time. Or whenever it will be. Open this. And since I'm trying not to get any trophies other than the one at the end, I'll let my friend lead the way. And I think there were some batteries back there as well. But there is something here. Let's see. Oh, food, actually. That's what it was. Might as well get that. So we have 8 foods. That's always good. And your friend will actually wait for you. So you have to pretty much push him to go before you. He will wait for you to come back. Or sometimes he will. And the trophy you will get for beating him to these guys is called Friend. Yeah, I want to get those all in one video if I can. Right, since we did not get there first, we did not get the trophy for getting there first. So we'll have to do some quick time events, which is pushing all the buttons in a row. You just have to mash the button when they show the prompt, or as long as they show it, which isn't very long. So they're gonna run away. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad nothing bad will happen to you at all.
Ладно, друзья. Надеюсь, вам все понравилось. А мне пора на боковую.
Приятных снов.
All right, so he says he's going to go to bed, and we can now move around. So I'll probably cut out many of these conversations just to make it quicker, because we just want to get to the end. And if you've already gotten the other trophies by now, then we don't want to waste too much time. So we're just going to go to bed. We're not going to help the kid. We're not going to read the letters. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to bed. And all you have to do is make a phone call using the phone number with the heart by it. So we'll do that right now, and then I'll probably just cut to the part where we are weirdly awaken up. So 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 0, 8.
Да. Мы за вами, гондоны!
They wake us up just to knock us out. So we wake up in the basement. All we have to do is go forward and escape by untying or cutting our cutting the ropes with this thing here. And you push the X a bunch of times as usual. And then you just kind of go forward, and after a certain amount of time of going forward and jumping up above, then the game will just kind of make you go forward. I'm gonna run in here, grab that, try to get out here without getting hit, run forward, hopefully we won't get hit. Okay, we did not get hit, luckily. Look at our health. We could use a little food. Okay. So we'll keep going. He's going to sit down and say he wants some medicine, but I'm not going to give it to him because that will give us a trophy, and I'm not getting trophies for this one. Hurry up. I'm not giving it to you. Thank you. Alright, so now we can go. He says he'll survive. He does. Oh, let's get out of here. All right, so we're pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a little health, and I'm just gonna go straight to the building. There are a few things you can get if you want to get the projector to work and open the safe, but there's a trophy for that, so we're not gonna do that. Just gonna go to the back, go upstairs, and open the door to the next place and move on. I do have a map of this place and everything that's in all the rooms. There's nothing down here, though. I might see about getting some health up there if I can. Let me look at my notes real quick. Painting. Yes, over here. Over here, this should be safe. Over here, downstairs, should be some batteries. Get those. There are some doors that have explosions in them, so you want to be careful. There is... oh, maybe a can of food. So over here there is an explosion. Not right here, it's right there. I'll look inside. There's a can of food. Yes, it looks like there is, so I'm gonna jump over this and get the food. And be careful. Then we can leave. Right, now I'm gonna open this thing. Okay. And then I'm gonna wait for the guy to show up, which eventually he will. There he is. Yeah, there's a whole thing that has to do with getting a battery and a projector and a code and a safe, but that will give you a trophy, so I will not be doing that. I'll be moving this way instead.
Шухер, пригнись. У нас компания намечается. Давай быстро в тот зон, пока не засекли. Давай, скорее.
Once you go through these doors, you cannot go back. All right, so I'm going to go down the stairs and get some keys in this room down here. It could be in a couple places, but I think there's only 2 places it can be. Sometimes it's in this drawer. Oh, there's a health thing. And then another place is over here. I can see. There. There they are. Oh. Now we can go on to the next place.
Под этим зданием проходит тоннель. Секретная.
I'm gonna go in here.
Можно попробовать
He's gonna go to the elevator. I'm gonna go in here and do a puzzle.
время и доберемся до города почти по прямой. В подземельях никого.
So inside there's gonna be one of 2 puzzles here. This one we want 2, 10, whoops, 10, 10, 10, 3, and 9. They have 2 different combinations they could use, but basically they have to add up to 24. I just wrote them down so I don't have to sit there and go, what is it? So then we can turn that on and turn that on. And there's a battery in here, I think. Okay, now we're gonna leave and go in the elevator with another little cutscene, of course.
Нужно скорее питание отрубить, чтобы эти спуститься не смогли. Ты давай дальше вали, я тебя догоню. Там тоннель длинный, иди направо. Дойдешь до развилки, уходи в левый перегон. Лучше беги. Давай. С Богом.
Okay, so the cutscene just ended. I'll probably cut it out or speed it up, but basically he said to signal him if we see anyone coming, and if we do, then we'll know it's him or some bad guys. All you have to do is go to the right. You can go to the left, but you really can't go very far. They'll just say it's the wrong way. And now I'm going to go ahead. I'm not sure, but I think when you see things that give you karma, sometimes it heals you. But I'm not 100% sure about that. This first area I have is marked as possibly having a health in it, so I'm going to check real quick. I say this thing is a bit random, so it may not. I just don't want to pick up any items. I just want to see if there's a health. Oh, there's oh, that's what it was, batteries. I marked it as a cross with a box around it, so that's batteries. All right, let's go. My version of two AA batteries side by side. So now we're going to go to the left. There's a trophy by going that way, but we're not going to... Oh, wait. Actually, I want to go in here first. Almost forgot. Get our... I didn't mean to eat that. Get that. Get in here to the right. Actually, where am I going? Yeah, this is right. So open this, and the first room on the left will have what we need. We'll jump up here. This is the letter we have to read. Hit that. And this number is going to be unique. So 3711. 3711, just remember that. And we'll leave. 3711. And go to the left where the red light is. I'm going to go down to the next door. Put the code in, 3711. Or whatever code you might have. Weird that some things are random and then some things are always in the same place. Okay, then we'll just go forward and go to the right, and then we'll have those people flashing their lights at us. And I believe that's, well, that's one of the few times I pushed the triangle. So push the triangle. And we realize, oh, they are not our friends. They're running right at us. I personally do not think he would have time to open that door and shut the door and somehow lock it on the other side. You would think they could just open it. But maybe those things only open from the side you locked them on. I don't really know. So I'm going to go straight forward, go around here, and we're going to go... Oh, that was a person. Oh no, that's the space. Sometimes you can use this later on, but we don't need it. So we're just going to go in this room with the dark, or the red light, and grab the flashlight. This is a UV light. There's triangle, you have UV. And we're just going to continue on. The most interesting thing is in this room, between your UV light on, there's a Half-Life Easter egg, I guess. That's kind of interesting. But other than that, we're just going to continue on and go through here. I'm not going to pick up anything. Just going to go through to the bathroom, and we're going to put our UV light on so we know where to hit. And I guess you could hit it even if you didn't have the UV on. I never tried to, because it's always in the same place, I think. But I haven't actually marked it out, so I don't know for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to get back because I don't want to get any damage. If I can find the dot. There it is. There you go. That way I don't have to worry about getting hurt. Then we can move on down the hall. Oops, stop that. Sorry. Down the hall. So there would not be any gas that would normally hurt us. Because normally when you come around this hall, there's gas here. If you did not have the UV light and you need to get through, you could go back and get that coat that was hanging up at the beginning. You can't get it until then. And then you could get past the gas by kind of turning sideways so you wouldn't get hurt, or at least not hurt too much. We're just going to continue following the hallway. All of that. So we're going to go across the water. So we just have to turn these. All right, we just have to turn this to get the door to open. And then we have to go forward and go into a room right here to get a tool we need. It's always size 7 we need. You just turn it on. I lower the thing by pushing R2 and push forward with the L stick. And I usually do it for about a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And move it over and just keep repeating that until you get them all the same size. And then we can grab it. And usually that's correct, but if it's too big, we can always try again. We're going to go down here, ignore the letter. There's a letter that's over to the left right there. And we're going to take our pipe that we just whittled, I guess, right here. Yep, that's usually correct. So I usually count to about 6, semi-slowly. I'm going to check my health. Everything's good. And then we just go forward. This is probably the most annoying part in the game, I guess, if you want to call any parts difficult. And that's only if you're going for the trophy where you don't reload your gun, but I'm going to reload it deliberately so as to not get that trophy. The main thing is you have health, and yeah, we're going to get a gun in a moment when we drop down, and this is the only time you'll need the gun. Sometimes when you drop down, it will kill you for some reason, so I'm going to go forward. Now, if you do happen to die here, it's not a big deal. It's not high stakes or anything. What I'm going to do is come over here and get those. And then I'm going to run around shooting them. Reload the gun. That means I will not get the trophy for not reloading your gun. Then I'll have plenty of bullets. And one more. One more. All right, then we can go get some health from the backpack, which is here. All right, now we just have to remember which way the ladder is, because I always forget every time. The other way. Huh. And I think this gas makes you crazy because the next part is the most weird part in the whole game. Okay, I already did this, but because the game glitched out, I'm doing it again. This game has many issues. One of the issues is that it doesn't save the game anywhere except at the beginning of chapters. So if something goes wrong, you die. Well, not always. That's not always true. But this particular chapter, if you die, or if the game glitches out and makes it so you can't move, then it starts at the beginning of the chapter because I turned it off because it got stuck. So here we are, doing the whole thing over. I mean, obviously you only see it once, so I'm just kind of being aggravated. We want to go over to the battery man. It's just a little annoying when it does that kind of stuff. This game has many issues, I will just say that. But he's gonna tell us we need to get batteries for him. So I'm gonna go over to the green building and hope that the battery's there. It was a second ago, but that was before the game just decided to stop moving or working. Yeah, I don't really care for the spawning items randomly over a whole town. I mean, I think there are certain places that they tend to show up, so I guess it's not the whole town necessarily, but it's still freaking annoying. Especially when the developers know you have to play the game 3 times to get the 3 endings. But hopefully it's in here. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad it's there. And then we're going to go, that always turns on every time, the TV. Now we're going to go back, and this time we're going to go to our old apartment. Hopefully the battery is there. We're going to go, yes, this way. And might as well heal myself. It doesn't matter. You won't need the healing after this anyway. So over here, I'm going to go into my house. We're going to get the cutscene, which is what you get for the bad ending. Hopefully the other battery's in our house. You can't go past the alley without this happening, so. Or at least without the lady showing up. Somebody help!
Что случилось?
And I have no idea who this guy is that's going to come out. Yeah, I don't know who that is. He might have been... I don't know if we know him or he just randomly likes to stab people. I don't really get why he did that. I mean, he didn't even steal anything from me, so... I mean, maybe he did steal some from us, but we don't feel like... They didn't feel like animating that. Because, I mean, he literally just stabs us and runs away. Why would you call someone into the alleyway to stab them and then run away? I mean, I can understand if they wanted to rob us. But no, they don't even take our money. So I'm going to go into our house. And hope the battery's up there. Yeah, he's leaking everywhere. A lot of times the battery has been up here, so I'm just hoping it is. I don't know why the ball's there. Yeah, it's often here. Okay, get that. We'll take it back to the battery man. He'll give us the lockpicks, and then we'll come back here. And you're slower than before, of course, because, you know, the old stabbing thing. And this guy does not care at all. Yep.
Отлично.
Yeah, lots of batteries. You know, there's batteries all over the town. I mean, they might be dead batteries, but, yeah. I mean, maybe you can find a way to charge them. So now we just go back to our house. And make sure your flashlight's not on, because I had it on and that's how it got stuck. I couldn't see the numbers, or I couldn't see the lockpick because my flashlight, I tried to backtrack out of the menu, or out of the lockpicking mini game, if you want to call it that, and I could not get out. I finally did get out, but then the game thought we were still on the mini game, and I couldn't get any further, basically. So gonna walk up these stairs super slow. Seems like a long way to go to put the mail in. I mean, it seems like they're usually in the front. But that's right. So my light's not on. That's good. It won't obscure this very simple lock-picking thing. You basically just push it up with the D-pad, and when it crosses over, then you push the R2. It can be a little annoying. The problem is I couldn't see it because I had a giant glaring light in the middle. So now I can open it. And you cannot change your fate now, so if you want to have a little happiness before you go, you can play the piano. And that's what good karma looks like, I guess. So we're going to grab the keys. That's not enough to change your fate, but... and take these keys to the daughter's room. And then we're going to come in and grab this. And then after this, we'll have the cutscene and hopefully the trophy. So now we will see the guy who was going with us. He didn't catch up with us, but this is the tunnels where we shot all the soldiers, the statues up above, like right before we go up above to the statues. He's fine. You know, I shot him twice and he's fine. He finds a picture, I guess we dropped or something. And then we find out his story. His accident that he talked about at the beginning of the game, which may not be in this video, but he talks about an accident he had. And of course we were a very happy couple, and what do you know, we had a baby. And they did not make it, but we are not doing well ourselves either. As you can see down below there. And that leads us to moving on to the next life, or next world, or whatever you want to call it. And the reason I call this the happy ending, even though I would assume it's not, is that maybe he at least gets to go on and, you know, reunite with his loved ones if there is an afterlife in this video game. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a happy ending, but, you know. I guess it's up to interpretation, however you think. But we got the trophy repost, however. And that is the only trophy we got for this one. As I don't know if anyone's going to watch this one as much because it's fairly easy to get this ending. Just don't do anything other than what you have to do to get to the end, and we got the ending. Okay, so this leads us to the most annoying part of this game. There is no new game button. If you want to... oh, there is a chapter select though. Oh, I did not realize that. Oh, no, there's... there we go. So there is a chapter select, there's just no new button. So I guess what we could do is go back to the beginning and do it that way. But there's no new button. I didn't realize you could actually have a chapter select. So that's interesting. But that's okay, because the next video, we're just going to start the video game over again. And I'm going to get the trophy for getting all the good stuff, all the notes, you know, everything that gives us good karma and various trophies. I'll get all the trophies that I can other than the other ending. And then in the last video, then we'll get the one that's like half and half. And I have a piece of paper, which I did so I could write down the things I want to pick up and not pick up to get the half ending. The medium one, which is the past is always around. So I'm going to have all the videos up at once. If you enjoyed this or if it helps, please let me know. This video will say I will be surprised if anyone watches the whole thing of this one because it is the easiest to get. But in the meantime, I'm going to get on with the next videos. So thanks for watching. Take care and peace out.